What is up guys, Wraec here with a new video, and today with the first PvP video in quite a while, I have to say. And I looked at my channel, I kind of noticed that I didn't do much PvP content in quite some time. So now I'm back in PvP, already pushed a little bit of arena, we are back in the champion tier, place 5 at the moment, and I did this yesterday with a little bit of a Harak team. And I thought, well, this is kind of a cool team, we'll take a look at that and I will show you guys what I did there. Is it a super good team? It's decent. It's decent, I tell you how it is. It is decent. It will do well sometimes. It will not do well when you can't get kills with Harak, but sometimes it's very fancy. And I have to say I only have to fight like 3 people on my server because the rest is kind of my guild. Yep, it's Omega Project, which is my guild. And it's all Omega Project aside from Antium, Oxina and Potato in the top 11. And then we have like Sazuma in the top 15. And yeah, there is a lot of Omega Project in like the top 20, so don't get to attack too many people, but we attacked some and I want to show you guys how this team works. And we will just watch this first fight maybe against Oxina. This is pretty cool. And the way I did this, you can already see it's like a ton of mostly support-ish heroes, and then we have Harak. And it turns out this looks quite fancy, because the way I do this is I teleport my Harak over, I link him to Thorin, and I have Ludovic for some heal and Skalita for some shields. And that ends like this. Yeah. And that's the fight. We can watch another fight. Because those fights don't really last that long. I tried it against Endgame. It didn't really work out. We can watch this as well. This looks kind of weird. Does it work super well? It has its problems. It has its problems because Harak has its problems. Harak's problem is if he can't get a kill or survive long enough to eat one of his teammates, he is basically useless. But once he eats anything really, he becomes an absolute destruction machine that rips through every single enemy. And you can see how much damage this guy really did. 5 billion damage, took 4 billion damage, healed for 1.6 million damage. And by himself he doesn't really do that, but we linked him to Thorin. We also teleported him with Rainier, and that gives him super insane healing abilities actually, which is kind of insane. You can see this guy heal up there when he does an ult. Right there, look at that. Did you see that his life go up? He has heals basically all the time like this. So probably the easiest time for him to stay alive, and I just love how he grows when he gets up. And we'll do some fights live now, I think. I don't know if there is like an enemy for us. We'll have to check for that. Yeah, that's the usual view I get. It's like guild member, guild member, guild member. It's friend, but it's Andre. It's guild member. And it's the same again. So like, that's a bit of a problem. And then you have some guy who doesn't deserve that I destroy him. So yeah. Bit of a problem. I think might be him, honestly. The game wanted it. It suggested him 3 times to us. So this is like the way I usually do it. I just place our Harak in a way that he can be teleported. We have to have a symmetrical position for this, of course. Thorin is linked to him just so we get his link ability. And then we have Ludovic somewhere. We can replace Ludovic with anything, really. I just wanted to have some healer there. You could also go with Hewen, that works as well. But this gives us like the nice 5-piece faction skill, which is pretty cool. Going with Enlighten spell, so usually you want to have him backmost, which can sometimes be a problem. On some maps it's pretty easy to counter, and I will show you how to counter it as well, just in case you get some guy on your server that decides to use it. Oh no, I got to counter our ult. No, not our Harak. It was closer than I thought. Really don't want to lose in the video. And the good thing is, he's pretty Tazi immune. The reason for that is that during his ult he's unaffected, so he can't really be defeated. But I will gladly accept that this one was too close. This one was a little bit too close. I thought this was an easy fight, and how Harak had like a millimeter of HP left. We can try to the position again. Okay, I will show you against Potato because I think he has it countered. Yeah, look at that. What he did, there is basically no real symmetrical position. This is the only symmetrical position that we have if we want to attack him. And on this position, of course, we can't link him to Thorin, which sucks a little bit. I mean, we can attack here. It will just not be that great. It will just not be that great. We can still teleport over, maybe get a hit on that diagonal. But that's way less fun if he isn't connected to to our Thorin, because that's some extra damage or some extra heal that we really, really want. And is it working out? Looks pretty okay. Yeah, okay, we're good. Yeah, really, once he gets something to eat, it's just like he starts one-shotting. You barely could see that. I could see that there because it's so hard to see. We can like slow it down a little bit. He's right here, going down, hitting, stunning the enemy Fresto. The Fresto has a shield, which is a bit annoying. But the ult didn't get countered, and that is an important part. That's why I run a Thorin, really. Just so he goes forward, gets hit a lot, gets an ult. He's pretty good for that. And he is super tanky. Honestly, in this setup, he is fairly tanky. And once we get now to the second ult, which straight up cut through the team. There's just no stopping anymore. And look at that. Did you see how quickly he took care of the Lime? She ran away, but that just had no chance. And now he's big. And at that point, yeah, just straight up one-shots the Diana. So that is the madness of this. But still, limiting the amount of symmetrical positions that you have on a map can really be something that makes it a bit tougher to use such teams. And maybe we fight somebody else. There he is again. It's just like it's so limited what we can attack here. This is a team we already saw. Again, I mean, to an extent a bit limited what we can do in terms of teleportation here. Of course, we can do something like this. You keep in mind you can position your Skalita somewhere like there, or you can also do this. You can also position him a little bit further to the front. What we really don't want to do is not have him backmost. So keep in mind that you want to choose the backmost slot, and then we can do something like this, and this will probably be okay. Make sure you get teleport him for some damage reduction and the attack buff, and then we can watch this. We get the hit there, really nice. Get to the first ult. Thorin gets the ult first, counters Lily May in that sense. Get the kill on Fresto, get this next kill immediately, and at that point, honestly, not much can go wrong anymore, because we are in the position where we absolutely destroy. I think our Thorin was just sent flying. He's still chained to us. That looked so weird, because it was so slow and the chain was there. But that brought us to 2050 points, and you can see how much of this work was done by Harak, while Thorin was somewhere down the map. I have no idea where he went. And yeah, it's not a super weak team. Like, we got some Paragon units in there. I even got a Paragon Harak there, and of course, I mean, my Harak is Paragon 2. And you can run the same team really in Supreme Arena as well. Brought us to place 4 right now, so that's pretty good. Do we now have a top 4 All Omega project? Yeah, we do. Nice. Didn't get Enchom once. Weird. You can run it in Supreme Arena. In Supreme Arena, I do some different stuff. Maybe I can show you in the friends list. I like to go for the Mauler. For the Mauler team for this. The Mauler one has like the Invincible. It has like the unaffected during the first seconds of the battle. Some life drain in there, you get the shield. So this is overall like pretty great skill for a unit like Harak that just loves to jump into the battle. And sending like 1 or 2 units into there and just having them attack the enemy is pretty nice. So we need somebody to attack. Let's attack this guy. Because if I remember correctly, this guy made a video, Brownie Games by the way, about fighting me and destroyed me in arena. And funny enough, he's using something pretty similar. Look at that. It's like Harak there. Here's like Seth, which I also think is really good. He went for the shark here and used the Coco. And of course, this is the Arena 5 where he gets like 2 ults. But it is a little bit prepared. So we kind of countered that there. We have our Dunlinger, which is a little bit of a mean thing to do because it counters his strategy entirely. And unless we get really bad RNG, we get to get a pick on his Coco there. And maybe we get a pick on his Human as well, because Dunlinger on this bloody tile is insane. He doesn't even get the Sharky ult. He got nothing. So that's the good thing. What I don't like, last time the same happened. We didn't get a kill on his Seth really fast. On his Harak really fast. And of course you can see there's the immunity. And that you have that is honestly... Like, did you see how much... how many of our units this Harak took out just because he had this immunity? absolute madness. Look at the damage numbers here. And look at Brownie's damage numbers as well. It was a bit like a mirror match, doing some pretty similar stuff. The Great Sword spell, honestly, for a Mauler strategy, maybe not the optimal artifact. What you can do as well, and what I really like, and I used it in Crystal Clash as well, maybe something for you to remember. In general, if I use the Mauler set, you teleport over 2 units to the enemy. So you can really go with Frontline spell. Pretty good. You get haste, you have life drain in there, some Fizz magic death. And you see whenever an allied hero first enters the enemy side of battlefield, we get a shield, so that's pretty cool. And once 3 allied heroes are over there, we get the banner of inspiration. We get an extra 18% damage, we reduce enemy damage by 20%. So, if you keep that in mind, you just teleport over 2 units, you have 1 tank, like, placed a little bit frontmost to the enemy, and instantly you have your banner up and you can fight again. Maybe we can try that again on Brownie. Maybe he wins one now, that would be pretty cool, but we countered him fairly immediately. Let's find him again, and let's attack him again. Brownie, there he is. Nice set there, has cat ears. And he has Paragon 3 units, which I don't even have. So let's try the Frontline spell once again. And those 2 units will instantly jump over. My god, today with the names. I forgot Unaffected first, the Brutus. I was about to say Brutus. It's going to run through, so we will have pretty easy time, I guess, getting the banner up. Let's see. Why is that? Okay, wait. Why was this set to life? I didn't want to stop him from healing. I didn't change that. Okay, that's not going to go well for us, I think. We get the Harak ult. We do get the Harak ult, but he has Coco and he will heal on that. Yeah. Yeah, that's not going to go well. Can't imagine that this is going to go very well. That would be fairly strange. Immunity battle here. Okay. And we lost. I mean, that was about to be expected, but like the reason was a little bit strange. Because I definitely didn't switch the mode of that. Yeah, there it is. You see it there, you can now switch it here. Okay. Same thing again. Frontline spell. Let's see. We teleport over. And banner should be, yeah, the banner is already up. So the banner is basically instantly up. And this is a pretty cool thing, honestly. Because you just get it so easily. I feel like it's a bit better. It's a bit tough to say because we got those Harak immunity RNG fights here. That can quickly go in one way or the other. Let's see. Come on. I want that win now. Okay, we're just hitting each other, not really doing anything. Okay, now we're doing something. Okay, this immunity lasts forever. But we defeat the Brownie right here. Duneling are actually tanking quite a lot and being the key to this. So, yeah, interesting team, definitely. 2 variants of this, one with Thorin, one with Rainier we showed. We talk a little bit, maybe short 1 minute about the mechanics. We have the switch ally position stuff. Ally restores HP equal to 45% of the enemy's damage taken. So we can restore, we basically get a form of lifesteal, you could say. Then we have the attack increase for another 4% with the symmetrical hero. So that's really nice, and we get some nice stuff like damage increase on the enemy. And the reduce the position switched allies damage taken by 25% from the level 10. So that's another plus for this. Ludovic, of course, for the heal, and then I also showed the link, which is fairly nice. That is also another thing. I mean, we all know the Thorin ult is really, really nice. We got the upgrades and 13% more damage taken, which is really, really good. Where's the bloody link? There. And that basically makes Thorin a little bit tankier. And we can heal him a little bit. And we basically get a super tank for the front row. And this also really, really helps. So, keeping that in mind, those were like the main mechanics. Get yourself some Mauler spell and try this out, and definitely write down in the comments which stuff you want me to show in PvP. I definitely want to go over Supreme Arena a little bit, show some teams for that, and show some fun teams like this. So If you have any ideas, write down the comments or send me a PM or something, or message on Discord, however you want. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. And other than that, I wish you a great day. We'll see us in the next one.